One of the things that I used to worry about as a new homeschool mom was socialization. As you know, whenever you start homeschooling, everyone has all these questions and doubts about you homeschooling because it's something new and it's against the norm. And so, one of the things that comes up a lot is what about socialization? How are you going to make sure that your children get socialized? And what if they end up being weird and don't have social skills because they're always at home? And that used to bother me. I used to be concerned what my children would turn out like because I chose to homeschool. And one thing that I have noticed over the years is that it doesn't matter whether you're in public school, private school, or if you're homeschooled, you're going to be whatever you're going to be. Cool people be cooling and weird people be weirding. And so if you sit back and you think to when you were back in school, there were the cool kids, there were the weird kids, and there were the kids in between. And no amount of education from kindergarten to 12th grade really changed that. You were just who you were going to be. And so that's one thing that I've noticed with homeschooling my children. I have three children, and their personalities are very different, even though they have the same experiences for the most part. And they've only been at home. They've never gone to daycare. They've never gone to public school, Christian school, anything. They've only been educated at home. But we see that they have three distinct personalities. My oldest child, she's more so the type where she's a little more quiet when she first meets people, and she takes a while to really feel people out first. And then once she gets to know you, then like she has a very deep bond with you and you're her friend for life. My middle child, who's on the autism spectrum, she has some quirks about her because she's on the autism spectrum, but people just love her and adore her. She's very social. She'll talk your head off. And she actually, despite being on the spectrum, she can read people's emotions very well, probably better than most neurotypical people can. Like, I can, just the slightest change in a facial expression or me sighing or just some little subtle thing that I do, and she can read that my mood has shifted, that I'm no longer happy, that something upset me or whatever. So that's actually amazing that, considering that's something that's a struggle for a lot of autistic people, she's very good at it and she speaks very well. She communicates very well. And then my youngest, she is definitely the social butterfly. It doesn't matter if we're at the playground, the museum, if we've gone to like a get together or whatever the case may be, there's always going to be some little girl or even some little boy who comes up and holds her hand and decides that's their friend at that function. So my children don't have any problem with socializing. They make friends wherever we go, and we do get them out of the house. And so socializing really has to do with the experiences that you afford your children and just their personality as a whole, not the school they go to.